And it is time, ladies and gentlemen, with Jim Callahan, with Tom Carter, with Mike Flanagan over here, Brian Kane down there. I'm Dave Lamont. Stepladder time here at the PBA50 South Shore Open. Once again, another great crowd here in Indiana. All right, gentlemen, we've got down to our final five. We have one bowler looking to make history, one bowler looking for his first title, one bowler looking to win for the first time in 5 years. Make that 7. Both Brian LeClair and Michael Haggitt, last wins were here. This is a show loaded with potential.
Unbelievable, especially with Chris Warren. He's already won the Masters.
Yep.
And now you got Michael Haggitt. Unfortunately, his only title, which I can't believe he's only got one, is in this building. So that match is going to be tough, and he's the only left-hander on the show.
Yep. And Brian LeClair's last title on the PBA50 Tour happened in this building in 2019. And we mentioned the opening match is going to be Haggitt versus Chris Warren. And, Jim, Chris had a very unusual time in the round of 8.
It was interesting. He's been playing a lot of shape, exposing it to the friction on the outside part of the lane. In that match, he didn't do it at all, and the results were not good at all. So we'll see if Chris gets left of that 11-12 and tries to get it to 2-3 like he did before, where he got all his score. But it was definitely a very interesting match.
Yeah, and Haggitt struck a ton against Mika.
Oh. I think Mika's got a target on his back. I feel sorry for that guy. It makes no difference what he does. He seems to get beat. But yeah. When they get to Sebelén, I think Chris Warren and Sebelén are going to play the lane the same. That's just my thought.
All right, that's going to be the match following this. If Chris Warren gets there, right now we're ready to go. Shot number 1. Wow. Chris was the number 1 qualifier and won his round of 16 match. So he got the ticket in. But in the number 5 seed because he got beat in the round of 8, and he's out very quickly there.
That shocks me right there, that he's playing that far to the right.
Like Jimmy said, all he's been doing is just bouncing it off the G board all week, and then in that semifinal match, he never got it right at all.
No. You remember, he bowled 2 300s in that first round.
Yeah.
He bowled, I had the number written down, 11:08 for his last 4 games. It's...
And he was just winding it up. He was crossing, at that point, 15, maybe even a little deeper, clear out to 1-2, and just wheeling on it.
And he could get it into 6, and it would still hold.
Yeah.
So he had left and right. That's the thing that's going to be interesting to see if he has today.
Well, the big thing is you got to get by the big guy right there, Michael Haggitt. He's got a great look on the outside. He's the only left-hander. He's won in this building before. And I think he could walk his way up the ladder, but when he gets to the top, he's got his hand full.
Michael Haggitt out of Ohio. Does it look like he dulled that ball up?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. He's throwing an axe that probably has 360, if not 180 on it.
I say that because he shot that this morning, and I thought powder was going to hit the lanes the first couple times it went down.
He actually has 2 of them drilled the same way out there. And I'm thinking his thought process, if he runs up the ladder, as when one quits reacting as well, he can go to the other.
Could have rode on the sidewalk out front and had so much chalk on it.
Oh, my Lord.
This morning he looked at it and went, what?
It was noticeable because
it was white.
Well, it's amazing a ball that dull doesn't absolutely, for him, just take off right as soon as it hits the lane. But you're talking about a ball that's a lot of plastic with some urethane in it, but it gets down the lane. But the kids used axes a couple weeks ago.
Chris coming off an opening strike, playing it pretty straight.
But I guess in his defense, those big games he shot was towards the end of the 7-game block when the lanes opened up a little more, and then he goes 379, 260, 300. It was just a crazy amount of strikes.
Yeah, when he did this, he had very little success playing this straight. When he got all his scores, when Dave loved it.
It was a U-shaped shot.
It was fun to watch.
Dave likes to see the big wheel.
He likes the big wheel.
I do.
That was like 6-7.
And no trip on that 4-pin for Chris.
And that was not as far right as he was. If he's going to stay out there, he definitely can't get his hand around it. He's got to go through the back of it to try to keep it on the line.
Correct, or his ball's going to break loose every time.
Yeah.
I mean, and his misses aren't right, Tom. They're left every time. There's no hold.
On this pattern, there's no hold, especially when you started out early in games 1 and 2. If you think you're going to move left and send it to the right, it never gets to the right because it hooks too soon.
You are correct.
37-foot bat pattern.
I think it's a little bit different bat pattern than we played on last year. I really don't remember as much friction as we got. That is a mountain of a man you're looking at right there.
Yes.
Big dude.
He could use Chris Warren as a curl bar for his arm exercises. And Mike is the 2025 PBA50 RPI champion.
Tom, I got to ask you. The axe is a reactive ball. It's not a plastic. And
Right. It is reactive.
What you said.
Yeah, I said plastic. Yeah, but it's reactive.
But do you want to correct yourself,
Yeah.
or would you? No, I don't want.
That's
No,
okay.
I don't want to correct.
You've never been shy about correcting
No,
me.
but
go ahead and correct him.
No, I don't. I would rather not. He'd say, "Hey, thinking about
No, it's a pearl reactive, but we look at it just because it is so straight and so long. It reminds you of plastic, and it looks like plastic. It's the first thing that comes to mind.
It's interesting with the USBC Masters and the events. It was classified as a plastic ball along with the mix,
right?
Because it was one of the lower performance balls. But you know, it's an entry.
Yeah,
level.
cover stock they say is low friction reactive, and that's definitely a statement. It is definitely low friction.
I get a good look at Chris Warren's unique style. If you've never seen it from this angle before, keeping that left arm kind of in and putting 10 away.
Got it to go through the pins.
He seems surprised. But however, you talk about somebody who's capable of running the ladder. Once these things open up, he could be very dangerous if he gets past the first two.
If they let him get left and bounce the gutter, he's going to be tough because he's not scared of the gutter.
No, we've seen that before.
I think it was him. It might have been a U.S. Open on his way to the U.S. Open in that tournament. He had thrown like 21 gutter balls because it was a gutter shot.
He doesn't care. That's a Crown NU he's throwing, correct?
Yeah.
That was left off his hand again.
Yeah. Left
Got the
nothing.
4 out.
Left nothing behind that time.
Got the 4 out.
So some early striking going on between these two.
Chris can do so many tricks with the ball.
That was 7 and never got right of. That was 7 to like 9.
Right. It was going at him. It wasn't going away from him.
Yeah. No.
So there was no wheel going on.
No wheeling. Wheeling comes later if he
It was
survives.
a flat tire on that one.
Yeah. He'll be wheeling if he gets around this match.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like 4 out to 1.
Whew. But wasn't that the place that most of the lefties were trying to play?
Yeah, as far left. Well, there's really very little, if any, oil on 1, 2, 3. So if you can get it there at about 42, 43 feet, it is going to peel off the pattern.
That's the key, Dave. You and I talked about controlling front to back, identifying where that ball is going to hook consistently, like you just said. If you get out of that, get behind it, it won't hook, and if you get it there quicker, it's going to go high.
The problem with this pattern for some people, and the guys that could actually master this pattern,
Oh, yeah.
I felt like a lot of them, the ones I talked to, they look at their break point trying to get the ball to that spot down the lane, because looking at your spot at the arrow, sometimes you never project it far enough to the right. So if you're looking at 3 at 43 feet, that's where they're trying to throw it to.
Yeah, and the problem is you don't get to practice on steepness very much.
No.
How you get your ball there quicker is by moving your feet to the left, and then you create hold and the ball gets right faster. And a lot of guys didn't go with that this week.
That was like 4 out to 2.
I think
And the
that's what
5
he
was the
wanted
last one to fall?
I think that's probably closer to what he wanted to do.
Well,
Did you guess that? I mean, I think that's close.
let's see.
That was 4.
Yeah, 4 to
3?
3.
Yeah.
His hand is so far up the back
Well,
that it's just tumbling, and when it gets to the back of the pattern, it goes forward.
Yeah, it goes forward so fast.
Yep. Left again.
He yelled something. I couldn't tell. Stick
Hold.
maybe or hold.
Hold.
Yeah.
I said it earlier when we were sitting here talking. The right lane seems to be tighter. That was the trouble. The left lane hooks, and he's proven that the left lane, and it seems to be hooking sooner. And that could have been because of whatever they did in warm-ups, practicing, trying to figure out where to play the shot. Because if a lot of double balls went down there and you burn up the front part of the lane, what's going to happen?
Also, you know, both of those, his misses were left. And there's 23 feet of dry. If you miss up the lane, how much hole did you have this week?
None.
0. You know, so he has to get it going to the right. Even if he's playing that straight, his miss has to be 4-2, not 5-7.
Right.
He's just looking to get through this game.
Well,
Then the curve comes.
Well, yeah, but Haggitt can shoot at 280. Chris can top out at 257.
And somebody just dropped a water bottle, but it didn't affect him.
No, it did not. But we were talking about that, Tom, during another show that with there was a noise somewhere that stopped Mark Clark before a shot, and he put the ball down and struck. And we just said something about, these metal bleachers, somebody nevertheless has one of those 25-pound water bottles, and sure enough, that's probably exactly what it was.
Yeah, he was laughing about it when he came back. So
You know, those ceramic ones that, you know, that you could knock somebody out with if you hit them with it.
those things are huge.
Yeah, they're heavy, too.
Haggitt came in as the number 10 seed in qualifying, defeated Eugene McCune, then Tony Johnson, and then Mika Koivuniemi to get to this spot.
That first match, I think Haggitt shot, 278, 279, and Mika shot roughly 250. And I know Mika's like, what do I got to do to win?
Jack
he's
smoked
throwing
him
it
too
so
the first
good.
game, yeah.
It seems like he's throwing it good. It seems like whoever he runs into is throwing it a little better. And I think somebody's going to go tell them not to make an order.
Yeah, that is one of Brian Kane's favorite stories, the snack bar story. That
And
was the
people are
snack bar
running.
checking in. So somebody's pizza or sub is ready, but thankfully that didn't happen in his backswing. But apparently that did happen to Sean Rash one time.
That was at the Masters. Remember the snack bar used to be down the end at Thunderbolt?
Yes, of course.
Somebody said number 382, and Sean didn't like that.
Can't say I blame him.
That was him against Brandon Bonta, actually, was the match.
Now I hear
Early
music.
Brandon Bonta, 2023.
Likes it. No. Man.
He's getting the ball. He's trying to make it stay on line so bad that it's going forward so much, which some people might call a rollout because the ball is going forward. It never wants to change direction, go from right to left. It's like there's no axis rotation to it because he doesn't want it to take off. But then again, he's trying to so hard to keep it on line.
Yeah, it's a fact. Man's preaching tonight.
All right, Max for Warren shrinks to 246, but again, we've talked about it. We'll repeat it again. First game or two out, not his best. Tom said it a little while ago. So I don't know if he can beat Haggitt not having the best opportunity for the conditions to be in his favor, as well as Haggitt has thrown the ball in this three-day event.
Well, it's not that Chris can't play it straighter, but I don't believe that's his favorite shot. How about that?
No ball change here either.
That was the first one he actually got right, and the ball
Bucket
just
crumbler.
it went forward. So it's so dry on that lane. That ball is stopping.
Here we go.
There it goes. You're thinking it's going to go left, and there it goes right there. It just started going
One,
straight and never
two,
went anywhere.
3, 4.
Wait. Oh, yep. Okay.
Down goes Frazier. It's not only a 10-pin, it could be a 2.
Rolling 2 pins.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's a score correction.
it's almost migrating the other way.
go.
You know what I mean? Where it's almost falling back away from the pins.
It looks like it wants to change direction,
Yeah,
right?
no chance it is.
Yeah, that was one of the goofier strikes you'll ever see.
I tell you, Haggitt has flashes of brilliance, man. When When he's good, he's very, very good.
When he's on,
Yeah.
he can strike a lot.
And you know the funny thing was, in Anderson last week, I don't think he even made the cut. I don't think it was even close.
No, he didn't.
He didn't come close to the cut. Same state, obviously different everything, but nevertheless, same guy. And this week, back in a house where he has had success, he is.
Well, he likes playing really far left, and so this is in his wheelhouse. You know, when you kind of get your favorite shot, your eyes like what it sees, it's easy to repeat.
He has full control of the pocket. The only way he misses is when he gets around it early, and he leaves, right through the heart.
Oh, well, I was just about to say he has full control of the match because he could have locked Chris out.
Now he can't.
And
239 is the best he can do.
Yep, that's opened the door for Chris, but who knows what's going to happen with his look.
Well, I've seen Chris. He's been in that situation a couple times.
Yeah.
And got right there at the end, and all of a sudden, I guess all the stars got into a line, and he struck out to win.
So you need double and 4 if he goes spare strike. Chris, I mean.
Correct.
Needs a spare.
Did he get it?
Yeah.
Yep. It
Yeah, 'cause
stayed.
I watched him one match. He had a little bit of an issue with 7 pins.
Not that time. Crushed it. So 239, the max count's going to be critical here.
I got to tell you, I got to let off you a little bit about the 10-pin spare shooting, because this week it was rough all the way around. Dave and I discussed it a little bit. You know, the spare shooting was a bit sketchy in spurts. You know, so.
Oh. When there's that much friction down lane,
It's hard.
your ball changes direction so fast.
All right, going for the big finish. And he's got it. 239. Is it going to be enough?
He extended more on that one. The other one, he just kind of got a little short with it and didn't quite catch it.
Well,
Flat 7.
That kind of tells me he was going to make sure he hit the pocket on that one.
Can he throw a double here?
I don't know. I'm not sure he knows. He knows he has to.
I think he's got a better chance on this right lane. Oh, and is that going to be high?
No. Oh, wow. He had the best looking shot in several frames.
It never went right, though.
No.
And Michael Haggitt has defeated the 3-time Masters champ, 2 on the seniors and once on the regular tour. This is a good shot.
That was 5, and it never.
That was 5 to 6.
Yeah, he never let that thing go right.
Nope. You're right. Great call.
So Chris Warren will finish 5th. Continues to have a solid year out here on the PBA50 tour.
Very interesting match.
And the interesting thing also with Chris is I don't know if he planned on bowling as much as he is.
He's bowling more this year than I've ever seen him out here.
Yeah.
Well, he's been knocking at the door here lately, so.
He's not a rookie to these shows either.
Well, nothing's changed for Michael yet.
If that spot holds up, you know, with the over-surfacing he did to his ball, you're right. He could run the ladder.
So, this is a new round, right?
Yep.
And the step ladder?
He could do it again.
Which means what?
It's going to hook even earlier.
He could surface the ball again, right?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Probably did.
At some point, it's overkill, though. Sometimes you make it stop.
Well, okay.
Took the words right out of my mouth, because I can say, you thinking that's what you need, then you could burn up your own shot and make it worse for yourself.
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
Okay. Cool. Good point.
Rolando's got kind of a unique approach. You watch his left foot, he steps back. I think it's a timing thing. Steps back, then steps into a 5-step approach, kind of like what Pete Weber. Yep. That's 11 to 6.
That was left.
Now, is he on the 1-ball strategy this time, Jim?
2.
Okay, he's doubled down.
He has 2, actually. He has an effector and he has a black hammer.
Well, he's effectoring it right now.
Yeah, so black hammer's out of play. He will not be going to that. So, yes, he's 1 ball right there.
That was the strat, and he's not, he's one of these guys that doesn't obviously have plenty of bowling balls, but he found at the Masters, I got one that's working. It's mine, all mine.
It was funny. He goes, which ball?
That one.
Yeah, that was
It
it.
was funny.
And a quick start for Sebelén.
You see the loop in his swing? Mm-hmm. Brings it away from his body.
Out
then
in.
out and tucks it back in.
That's
Better leverage.
the EJ Tackett.
You know who else did that? And it took me a while to believe it and see it, but Walter Ray.
Oh, yeah. Wes Malott as well. Wes Malott was big at that. EJ's, the biggest other than Walter Ray in his time. EJ now, he does it very defined.
Yeah, EJ's very defined at it.
And believe it or not, Michael Haggitt did get a cash at the USBC Senior Masters, has just one cash this year.
That's hard to believe.
He's had 7 events, and this is number 8, so it's obviously going to be a second cash. His only cash this year was at the Villages. He has not cashed at the World Series, the US Open, or in Anderson last week. As I mentioned, he was 73rd place in Anderson.
Hard to believe.
Yep.
Man of his ability.
17th was his best finish this year until now. The Villages tends to favor lefties a little bit.
Yes.
We know it as the house that Parker Bone III built.
Or
And
Lenny
Borish.
Or Lenny,
Right
I would say
side.
Lenny
Or
Borish.
Yeah, that's true.
That
Lenny's,
was in.
yeah, and not in the pocket. But Parker's done very well there. Jason Couch has done very well there. And
Well, I thought we were going to have a lot more lefties on the show from after qualifying, because this seemed to be
yes,
a lot of lefties like this pattern.
I thought Couch was going to have a big week, actually. Couch moved in a little bit away from the friction, bowled great, and then he actually backed his way out of the number the last couple games.
Another one I thought Anthony Cruz was going to do well.
well, he got to the top 24.
Right.
Was defeated by Chris Barnes in 2 straight in the round of 24. Anthony was, Chris was the 11th seed. Anthony was 22nd seed.
Tough one, Chris Bowl 501. That's a tough one to kind of
That didn't help
peel it
Anthony.
off.
Yeah, didn't help. Here's what we are bowling on, fellas.
37 feet, 3-1.
And you're going to see most of the players.
Almost 33 mils.
Yeah, that's a lot of oil. We're going to see Liz is going to be very direct from the out. Sebelén's going to be kind of in the middle. And I think LeClair could be probably pretty close to what Sebelén's doing right now.
I think he's going to be right on top of it. You look at the pattern, obviously it's asymmetrical, but you can see that there's just a little bit more on the left and not as much on the right.
Whoa.
See, he's not identifying the friction early enough. I think he has hole because his hand's doing that. But we talked about that's way too far down the lane to
Right.
get it to shape.
Well, he's also throwing an asymmetrical ball, which a lot of guys had more success with symmetrical equipment on this pattern than asymmetrical, but he's on the show, so you can't argue with it.
Got to remember the asymmetrical balls, when they see the friction, they lock up and they go forward and change direction. They lock up and then they go left and then they go forward. And that's exactly what you saw right there, where the symmetrical is more rounded and continuous.
This is one pattern that you've seen a few guys throw it, but you never seen a lot of pearl going down the lane. There was always some kind of surface, or they were solid, polished. But you didn't, because if you threw something pearl, it revved like crazy and what oil was there, but as soon as it seen friction, it was gone.
Okay, somebody kicked it, yeah. See, looking at Rolando, based on what we've seen all week, I think his feet are too far to the left. I think he could be a little farther to the right, and then when he gets it to the friction, it'll get there quicker, and then he'll have to 3. He just proved right there he has no right.
No, he has none.
And if your ball
Not with
comes
that
up,
ball anyway.
Yeah. If your ball comes up late, what do? You move to the right on this tour. Regular tour, no.
Wow, that was like 11, 12 to 8. I mean, he never got it right and it held.
That's a zone that nobody played the whole week. That's 12 to
7, maybe.
7, 8.
Yeah.
And it held.
Now, somebody did that yesterday for a little bit. I forgot who it was now. I don't know. None of these guys, but somebody on the right was playing it that way and started to strike a little bit as the day went on. I can't remember who it was, though, Jim. But I remember you commenting on this, almost saying the same thing, like, wow, that is not.
Was it Cliff Dietz or whatever?
You know, it was Knowlton was doing that. Knowlton tried to play that zone.
A little bit, but somebody was having some success with it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't him. It was somebody who was doing fairly well for a little run there. I don't think it was anybody who made the top 24. All of the results you can find, by the way, at the PBA website. And go to this tournament. Go to PBA50. It's in the upper tabs up there. And then find this tournament, South Shore. And take a look at the results. See if your favorite player made the cut or cashed.
I'll tell you, you being a player, Tom, that when you know how you have to throw it and where you have to throw it, it's a lot easier to let it go.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot easier. And I feel that Haggitt's in that way right now.
So the last two shots with that ball he was in the same area, but the ball seems like it's losing a little pop to it.
Yeah, he didn't get it to the friction as quick that time. Yeah, I mean, and I'm going to say the same thing I said about Brian LeClair. Where do you go after an axe?
I know.
Well, that was the interesting discussion about Brian and how amazing it was in a way that he's still in this tournament because he was, to use Jim's word, just trapped.
Yeah, he was trapped.
Well, he was throwing a mix, and I mean, he was literally sliding on 7, setting it on 1-2.
Where do you go after that? And he had no idea, and it showed in the match. He made great shots. I think Mike could get caught in that trap as well.
No, that's being optimistic.
That front view that Brian Kane's doing is awesome because you can watch Rolando's eyes right at the point of release, and it's like they go totally off his target and look straight down at his feet.
That's where his ball's supposed to be getting to. So, 3-4 is where the pattern is designed. Where he's bowling the first 3 frames, he's not touching any part of the pattern. So he's not taking advantage of the built-in friction that Sean Perry did when he built the pattern. He would just cheat a little right. I think he would have a lot more area.
Here's the thing I think it goes through a lot of the guys' heads out there because they know it hooks so much. They try to trick the release to make sure it goes long and gets down the lane, but then you lose your motion on the back end.
Correct.
And once again, he makes that pin. Reminder that coming up after this will be Brian LeClair. And then the number 1 seed is Liz Johnson. Bowled absolutely magnificently. And as the number 3 seed, once Chris Warren got knocked out into the 5th position. And then Mika Koivuniemi was beaten by Michael Haggitt as Mika was the number 2 seed. Liz is the number 3 seed when she won in the round of 8, became the number 1 seed.
I see a Team Haggitt sweatshirt. Must be somebody here rooting for him.
Wonder who that is.
That could be his wife.
Well, if they ever design a pattern, because they got Monticelli and Webb and Roth, they ought to put Liz's name on this one.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, instead of bat.
Instead of the bat pattern, this could be the Liz Johnson pattern.
She has really killed it here.
Let's see how far he... See, that's in.
The pocket.
That's interesting.
But that's the second time on that lane he's played that shot.
Okay, so do you keep your eyes on your target or not? Next time we get a front view,
that's like 12 to 7.
I would think that would somehow mess with your swing.
I doesn't asking about the shape of that shot, guys. Didn't you say the left lane hooks more?
Yes.
My naive question is, how is that shot working?
It's supposed to be hooking.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hooking.
Okay.
But then again, that ball, it might be time to change balls.
That ball is done.
By change, you mean go to the backup of the same model?
That I don't know. Tom would know that better.
I would say yes. If he's got another one like that, which I know he does,
right?
That would definitely be in my hand the next shot because that looks like there's enough oil that's been retained on that ball that it's just not reading the back as strong as it did.
And that ball would have also been hit as a backup plan.
Exactly.
It will have probably way more than this, actually.
Okay.
When he goes to it, so he knows that if he gets it left, that it's going to pick up. He's not, right now in his mind, what he's thinking is, man, if I get it left, I'm not sure if it's going to shape like it did before. And if it did, is it not going to have enough on the back where I can flat 7 or leave what he did there? So he's definitely thinking.
Well, on this pattern, I would think that the last thing you want to leave is leave multiple pins down there, because picking them up is a crapshoot. You know, single pins are hard enough on the pattern, but multiples.
Well, did not make a ball change.
Well, unless he's got them both up there, which I don't know if he does.
I thought
or
he
not.
just grabbed the first one that was in there.
That ball has no chance.
That ball is done.
Dead.
Or, yeah, DOA.
Yeah.
And if he's got the other one, I would think he'd be throwing it. Otherwise, he actually he might have a spawn up there that he drilled upside down that rolled really well with the pin in the thumb.
But it's tough. This is This is exactly what we saw Brian LeClair have. You use such a ball that's so entry level. You know, the core, there's nothing in it. So it's so hard to know what to go to after it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, because anything he goes to is so much stronger than what he's throwing.
Fact.
See? Why do you... That's what I'm saying. Don't leave multiples down there.
Good point. And take another look at how this missed.
That ball is done.
Now, he's got some thinking to do, because he just opened the door for Rolando.
Oh, big time. I mean, Michael can now only shoot 230. Rolando 259. A double here makes the rest of the evening uncomfortable for Michael, for sure.
I think it's hard. Whereas Sebelén's playing, can he get a 4-bagger doing that?
I don't...
Because if he gets it right, it's not going to hook.
Well, then why not try the same shot on the right lane that's worked twice on the left lane?
And if it's tighter, it makes sense.
I mean, and it looks like he's not. Well, I don't know. That's just my guess.
Dave, that's a great point.
He jumped out of his shoes on that shot.
He may have to take a minute to retie one of them.
Oh my God.
Woo!
That was all of it right there. That's 9 to about 3.
But you can see that ball hit the 1-3, and it's not really driving. And
No.
He's giving it the old, come on, carry.
Steering it, absolutely.
Jeff's got some. No, he's just hanging on to those things, those pads.
Oh, yeah, he's got pads in his
Thought he
hands.
was chewing on him, like Tark with the towel. That's a reference, Dave. I knew you'd get that one.
I'm all over that.
I knew you'd get that one.
Oh, yeah. He's still big in Vegas, and he hasn't been with us in a while.
Yeah, he's a man there. He was.
Got that one in the air a little bit. Look out.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
he got that right early. He's got the wrong ball in his hand, folks. That was 12-13. Never got it. That lane hooks. Never got it to the right. You got it to that spot right there in the middle.
I got to add on to that, Tom.
Go ahead.
I think he's in the wrong spot and
the wrong ball.
I think he's double shot Tuesday.
I
think it's both.
this is going to sound dumb, but I think he needs to move back right with something.
Well, it's interesting because he had those shots, the other two strikes, but that time it looked like he started more right, but it just, I don't know, it just died.
I'd throw the black hammer and move right, personally.
Yeah, I would move right. The more left you move, the more it hooks.
Yeah, I mean,
That's got to go. Hurry. No, sir. And that is costly beyond belief. The count was bad enough off a double. Now he's behind Haggitt, even going into these final critical frames.
This is where I'd be throwing something symmetrical. You're going to see more shape on the back end.
so we have two guys right now. Hear me out. We have two guys right now using the wrong ball. We have one in the wrong place. What's going to happen the last 3 frames for him and 2 for the other?
Well,
That's a $1 ball, bud.
Stay tuned.
That's a $1 ball. That's not the same one.
So it's a new ball.
A new of the same.
Right,
yeah.
right.
That's $1. That's way $1 than the other one was. You had it.
he went to the other ball. He had to have. Because the other one was done.
That right there looked like we watched this morning, Dave, when we looked at it.
I went, yeah, where's I hadn't seen a ball. That ball looked like it was multicolored. black and white.
The only reason, to me, those shots carry, there's so much friction, because if you watch that ball go through the pins, it hit the 1-2, and it headed left. It was going south.
Well, you would hit the 10 if it was 10 feet longer, because it deflected to the left.
What I'm not seeing, and you've kind of touched on it, both of you, is I'm just not seeing these pocket blow up 10 straight back explosion strikes.
That's what happens when you're not doing the right thing. Exactly. They're close. So yeah, that's shaped off it way better.
Kick saving and beauty on the 7th
See that
pin.
one, Dave, where when it saw it, it actually made the move towards the pocket, where the other one, like Tom said, it got glazed. I call it glazed over. It gets a little oil on it. Watch the middle of the lane right there.
It kept going.
Yeah.
Well, it's so funny to me that we talk about a bowling ball as if it has eyes. When you all talk about reading the lane, an inanimate object reading something is always amusing to me.
Yeah. I know one thing. If you want your ball to do something and the lane doesn't want you to do it, it ain't going to work.
The lane usually wins.
It's a fact. The lane always wins.
You either play the lane or the lane plays you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Looks like he moved a little right. This should be the heat. Yep, the heat, Ricky.
That was better.
There you go. There's your 10 straight back.
When you see that pattern, you see where the buildup of that pattern is. You better be right of it.
Look, 8-3. What did we say when we were? Yeah. And I'm going to tell you guys, and I know, it's easy to sit there and say, by the way, you're right. But now they've bowled on this pattern 6 or 7 times to get to this point, you would think they'd have an idea of to be close.
Well, people tend to want to bowl the way they want to bowl and see the shape they want to see. And they want them to be as close to their A game as possible. And I guarantee you this isn't close to it could be closer to Michael's A game than it is Rolando's, I would think. Rolando likes to bang on it.
218 max for Rolando. He cannot lock Michael out.
His feet are too far to the left.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah.
He needed to square up farther.
Yeah. And you know what? It's not fun sitting here. We're not criticizing. Our job is to, get what we see
and
so
give you
you can understand and give the information. Haggitt made the proper adjustment. Rolando didn't.
See,
Haggitt's going to move on, more than likely.
I would have thought Rolando, in my opinion, he could have switched balls. He should have went to something symmetrical that was going to give him more of a defined shape. He's trying to fit that ball right to the pocket.
The shooter.
Yep. Oh, no, sir. And that's going to end his game. And Michael Haggitt just basically has to throw a ball to move on. 184 for Rolando, and he's headed for a 4th place finish, barring something absolutely unbelievable.
Well, Brian LeClair is coming up, and I think he's going to be a handful. But if Michael gets by Brian, then he's going to have to face Liz, and both of them are going to get to play pretty much close to their A game. So it's going to be who performs the best.
Well, I got a news flash for you. Liz Johnson used 1 ball and never moved her feet more than 2 boards.
Well, the question I would have, wait after this. I'm not saying Michael can't win.
See, I wouldn't throw that ball anymore.
No.
That's where I was going.
I would not throw that ball
Here's what
anymore.
I was going to ask you guys. He's got to beat LeClair if he can, and then bowl another game after that. Why would you continue to use that ball knowing you've killed the other ball?
And he's not going to get it. And if he surfaces it again, he can make it hook too early and make it with the other ball.
So he changed it to that ball.
Yeah, he should not be throwing it anymore.
Yeah, that's a smart.
And don't touch it.
Right. No, that's good. Good recognition there of what you have, and that's a smart move right there.
By the way, you're a guy that has never bowled at a level, a professional level. That's keen for you to see that. That's common sense.
Well, that's what it is to me. I mean,
you're right.
Because if he burned up that same model in a game and a half, almost 2 games, and he's got 2 more games to bowl, and he can't go back, and he can't go to something he doesn't trust to win a tournament, for heaven's sake.
I'm going to tell you another good thing. That ball looked very bad, because what happens is sometimes when you change balls and it looks fantastic, it plays with your mind and it goes, hey, is this one better than that one? The best thing in the world was that ball flat 7ing right there. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying, Dave?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you didn't want that ball to look good.
You could get tricked up playing the wrong ball.
Correct.
Yeah, it's almost like the famous thing. Well, you want to be the guy who bowls the fellow who just bowled the 300.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we saw in Vegas with Amleto and
Right.
Dan Knowlton.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, man, we're off to the races for our penultimate match.
I hope this isn't the ball that he put surface on. Because he didn't go throw it in practice either. It was.
Ooh, look out.
That was right quick.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. That could have been a little more surface.
Yeah, I think it was right and, yeah. I think that's the ball they put the surface on. For it to hook that early, he might have missed, but. Nat. You see it?
No.
It's flying all over. Do you think I was punching you?
I don't know, folks. Callahan's over here smacking stuff in the air.
Dave, tell him there's been a gnat around here all day.
Yeah, that's what it is. Trying to get to those cookies you got for a gift the other day. We want to take a moment while we can before Brian throws here to thank our host, Nick Loxis and Mike Cozy. Olympia Lanes is a regular stop on the PBA50 Tour, and we're always happy to be here. Yes, sir.
He was firm with that. Now, you could tell on his approach going forward. He cannot ease up.
That was left off his hand. He didn't get it as right as quick as he'd like, and it laid there. He was not sure when he let it go.
But that's one of the first balls I've seen continue through the pins.
I just want to duly noted, you said about the cookies. There's only one guy. I had 3 of those cookies. The man that ate them all is the guy that the lane machine goes down the lane. His name is Perry.
Really?
He was over
I
here.
saw a couple.
You know, he was working on them for about 3 days.
All right. Well, he's earned it.
Yeah, he's a hard worker. That's what he wanted to do.
Okay, so that's Brian LeClair from Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like 12, 13.
Yeah.
13. Could have been a little bit deeper.
Probably get to about 4, no,
Yeah.
5.
And the ball's still, that split the 8-9. It's going back.
Correct.
I just worry about that axe.
I'm nervous that they put more
Yeah.
surface on it because it didn't try to get down the
Is
lane.
this
at all.
Axe 1 or Axe 2?
I would think this this is the second one that they put more on.
Axe
I
2.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it appears, so we'll see how much this hooks. That's too much surface.
That's too much. That took off before it got to the second marker.
Correct.
It was almost right of the marker.
Correct. That's a mistake. But I'm sure you know they made a decision together. Sometimes he'll move a little bit to the right and see if it'll still shape. But at this point, Tom and I agree that that's too much surface. It never got through the front like the other one did.
Well, I worry about him moving right and trying to belly it out
not
there,
gonna come
whether
back.
if it's going to come back or not.
Nope.
All right, a couple of spares for Michael.
You wait till I tell Jeff Johnson you said he was wrong. I can't wait to get out of this booth.
Wow.
Let me text him instead.
He's not going to start tearing up any tape until he does that
Oh, I
first.
got to find him first.
You'll find him.
You can roll up your own chords now. Dave likes rolling chords anyway. He's good at it.
That would be
Hardly
a no.
anybody better in BowlTV history than me.
This one might burn up for a flat 7 if he tries to give it away. That was pretty good.
That was better.
7.5.
You know what? After you throw it a few times, some of the
You shouldn't take long.
no, 3 or 4 shots, I would think.
That was
farther in the
5.
front. Yeah,
That was like 5-3.
he was farther left than that before.
Brian's path to this started with the number 5 seed, so he had the round of 24 off. Then he ran into James Kraft and defeated Crafty in 2 straight, and then got into a duel with Randy Hawks. And finally, I think LeClair's savvy played a big part in the win over Randy.
That was 12-2.
Yeah, how many do we have? Only one.
Didn't get it right quick enough. Too far down the lane.
But I'll tell you, Brian bowled games with good scores, 230s, 220s, Had to be some of the hardest working games he's ever had to bowl just to get through. Randy Hawks finally kind of gave out a little bit at the end there, but
I don't know how Randy Hawks gave out because he doesn't miss it at all at the bottom.
No,
that boy winds it up something fierce.
He does get a handful, as we like to say around here.
Cow.
It's interesting to watch him bowl because, like, for 3 or 4 frames, it looks like he's playing straight. And then, like, 3 or 4 frames, it looks like he's hooking it. And then spares, he's got this big – you ever see him shoot a 10-pin?
Yeah, it takes that big step left.
Big step left.
Oh.
Not a subtle slide. It is, but you know what? He goes at it the cross lane the old-fashioned way, and the way to do it.
At 110 mile an hour.
It gets there quickly. It cuts out the margin of error.
That's the first time that Brian actually didn't get it to the friction. I'm going to give you a secret in a minute, too.
Oh, boy.
It's a good one.
I bet.
There you go. Got to wait till Brian comes back up, so we got to tease him for a minute.
All right.
You taught me that's called a tease, Dave.
No, nicely done.
It's a good one, though. There's only 2 guys that do this.
Strike.
The other guy that does it struck a lot in his lifetime. I actually forgot he did it till I just saw him do it.
All right, I'm intrigued. It's a good tease. Such quality teasing.
I've seen it. I won't say nothing.
There's your flat 7.
Day late. 1 frame late.
Yeah, there's your flat 7.
That's a surface thing. Do you agree, Tom?
I do.
Yeah.
I know he's had great success this tournament with those balls, but I guess the way I look at it, I'd have thrown something totally different in one of those fill shots just to see if there's more out there than what I think there is.
If I was to rep for him in between matches, the question what I would ask, if the axe goes away, what is your plan after that?
Boy, that was tight.
You know, I mean, what's the step after that? And if he can't answer it, you got to figure something out. I don't think he could answer it.
So, since this was hit with more surface, what was the idea behind it?
To make it more, I think, to make it more continuous on the back end.
To see the friction and change direction.
Since it's a low-end pearl reactive,
Very high RG.
which means it's going to go down the lane, you got to get it to try to turn the corner. So I think my thought would be, I'll get it down the lane. I just got to make sure it's going to hook when it gets there.
Yeah.
Ooh, that didn't sound right, but he's able to get away with it.
Yeah, that's just the ball's grabbing already.
So here's a big thing. You know, we surface balls to slow them down.
Okay.
Reactive balls, big, strong reactive balls. So we slow them down. This is kind of like old school when urethane first came out and we had shorter patterns. You sanded a ball to make it hook, and that's basically what this is. It's kind of the reverse of what is going on the tour. So people might get a little confused. Like, well, if I sand my ball, I'm going to make it hook more.
In the front.
Yeah.
Early.
But if it's a big ball that you got, a big asymmetrical ball of any type, and you sand it, it's going to hook at your toe.
I want you to watch when Brian LeClair puts his hand in the ball and tell me what he does different than other people.
It's going to be a trick right
You already got it, Dave. What's he doing?
there.
You got me.
Puts his thumb in first.
Thumb in first, then fingers.
Oh,
Only 2 people to do it. Tommy Jones and him.
Jones, okay.
Tom Baker.
Yeah, Bakes does it too.
And I can tell you one other guy does it.
Do I know him?
Yep. Wayne Webb.
Oh, yeah, Wayne does it too. But, yeah, very, very few people. And what do all those guys have in common? They're pretty good bowlers.
Yeah, no,
Tommy Jones,
you know what, I was
Bakes,
looking-
Webb, him.
I wasn't looking to the thumb, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, this is Tuesday, Brian, folks.
Yeah, watch here, Dave. He puts it in first, and then he spins it.
Oh, Tommy Jones really
There
spins
you go. He puts it in. His thumb is in now.
Right.
And then he spins it to get it locked in how he wants it, and then he sets his fingers.
Can you do that?
Makes your span a lot longer when you do that.
Everything sounds painful to me these days.
Flat 10.
Yeah.
He needs to lean to the left so we can see what he
Yeah, we got to work on that. I mean, can I spin something? Yes. Would I? I don't think I've ever.
You know what they
even
do
thought
when they
of it.
put it in? They lock their thumb in where they want it, Dave, and then they just pull. Tommy Jones is like this, and then he goes like that.
I think Tommy Jones something like 12 degrees or something.
Yeah.
And they just twist it around and get it.
Is he double jointed in that thumb or no?
I don't know.
That's just Butters, I guess.
Yeah, it's an interesting. I mean, it's just a nugget that I just thought of. I forgot he did it actually till I noticed it a minute ago. Jeff,
Uh-oh, here it comes.
the ball is he throwing? Is that the ball you put surface on? That is the one you put surface on. Okay, thank you.
All right, you confirmed it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jeff, for taking a minute for that. Appreciate
Should have
it.
told him he was wrong.
No, you didn't.
No, I said Tom should have. He's his partner. I'm nobody.
They'll talk it out.
They always do. You know what? He could throw a 5-bagger right here. He can out-bowl it.
That's going to be high. I think he's scared to give it away.
Yeah, because it's not going to come back.
Exactly.
Oh, you heard him right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Jeff
just
Johnson
said-
just confirmed it's
Now,
too
you know
much.
what? Now, he saved you. I had that bus beep, beep, beep. It was ready.
Getting thrown under the bus here.
That's never happened before on these shows.
Yeah. And you know what? That's a horrible feeling because Michael right now can't do anything. It's not like he can stop it. He goes, oh, like, can we take it back?
Yeah. Can we,
Oh, different ball.
This
Okay.
is so interesting because we were
Wait,
you were talking
is this,
about
this is it.
this is the backup axe or is this a totally different
No, that's
it's
a
not an
spawn.
axe.
That's a
That's a
spawn
spawn.
where he
Spawn.
drilled upside down, drilled the thumb in the pin.
He trails the max by 24 pins to Brian LeClair.
He is. Dave, you are looking at the Brian LeClair match against.
Well, I was waiting to say that myself
Exactly.
because some of those things you're saying about Michael, you were saying about Brian.
It's exactly the same thing.
Except LeClair was somehow able to massage his way through there and win it with every trick he had in the book. And Haggitt's not being able to do that right now.
It didn't even look like Mike moved right.
He should have moved about 4 or 5, knowing how much stronger it is. If he misses left of that, it'll come back.
Good.
I would have thought he had moved right. I know he drilled that ball a certain way just so that it
Looked like
rolls
had a
and
lot
be
of
smooth.
surface on it too, to be honest.
But it's a much bigger ball, even if it is drilled that way. I'd have thought he had
Perfect
moved
spare conversion.
right.
Beat that. LeClair now in a commanding position if he continues to be clean, and another double wouldn't hurt either.
That's a great shot.
You can actually see how their hands are actually set up in the ball.
Oh, yes. Late tip on the 7. By the way, he's not in love wearing that glove to bowl.
Yeah.
He's got some tape underneath that as well.
He wore that for a long time of his career.
Well, he's had this injury, he told me, for over 30 years.
Yeah.
To where, and if you didn't hear this story earlier, he said in surgery, doctors told him he wouldn't be able to bowl possibly for 2 more years. So what's the point of that? If he says, I can live with it, I can play with it. I don't like it, but I can play with it.
Yeah, when he bowled on tour, he wore that Columbia glove forever.
Well,
Well, it's a totally different feel with a glove on and without. You know, you just
Changes your span.
oh yeah, definitely. It changes the release of your thumb too.
and he does think he bowls better without it.
That's how you bowl 312 over in that round right there.
Yep.
And you know what? Liz Johnson's going to have a handful right here, buddy. About 13 out to, what, 4?
4.
Perfect. Slapped the 10 out like it was his job.
It is his job.
Job. You took the. I got to get quicker.
Yeah, I'm a little more experienced at this than you, just a little bit.
He knows my sayings more than you do. That's why. He finishes them nicely.
I see that. I'm impressed.
And you can just tell the cloud reaction is
Yeah.
non-existent.
Yeah,
So
I think he moved right, and it just isn't reading.
Nope. Hooking at the wrong spot.
it's so funny because you work, a couple of days, you're bowling like crazy. You beat good players to get on the way. I mean, you beat a Hall of Famer with incredible scores, and you win a couple matches. You're so close to the title, and then it just goes away.
Well, This is where, in the previous match in the 10th frame, he had it won easily. That's when I'd have thrown that ball just to see what I got.
He didn't have to throw the purple hammer. He could have thrown that. I got to tell you, I feel bad, and you're going to say, oh, he's not bowling. I feel bad for Jeff because, you know, Jeff's in a spot where you make a decision as a team, and together you feel just he's rooting for a guy.
You guys
feel just as bad. We've both been there, man.
Yeah, we've been there.
You feel bad.
Yeah, you can't say you're sorry enough. And
no. And obviously they made the decision because if he didn't want him to do it, he wouldn't have let him do it. But it makes you feel bad, man. It makes that pit in your stomach where you don't feel very good, Dave. You know, because you want people to win just as much as they do.
You're competitive.
They're
in
your
own way.
family.
Yeah, you're competitive. You're just not throwing the ball, but you're competitive. You're coach.
Yeah, it's a terrible feeling in your gut when you make the wrong call for a guy.
You guys don't do it very often, so I mean and you know, Jeff, they obviously thought that was the right decision. Didn't work out this time. They'll have another 500 chances to do it again. Liz is in a world of hurt right here, bud. If he can do that, we watched him both 312 over doing that when nobody else could throw a strike.
It's the only thing I see about LeClair that is odd, and I don't know if for whatever reason, he is, after he executes the shot, his fall off to the right more than I've ever seen him.
Plastic ball up the middle, or actually reactive.
So that's the ball he was using for a strike ball for real.
Yeah, off the gutter.
Yeah, when going back to what Jim said, we were watching him in this round of 16, round of 8, just casting every line out of the boat he possibly could.
Different ball. He's taking a different shot.
Well, he's got this thing nailed down, so he might as well gather some intelligence just in case.
That looks like a Gremlin Tour X, maybe. See, I would have thrown the plastic again because his misses left, he's going high. If he threw even just a couple shots on that lane,
he's trying to create some holes.
He could stretch it a little bit and create a little bit of hold.
Okay.
But I don't know if 3 shots would be enough.
That wouldn't change it.
Yeah, I don't think 3 shots would be enough to give him any hold.
These guys just going to whip through this as quickly as they can. And
great effort for Mike Haggitt.
Yeah, a great week for Mike. His best of the season so far. Let's hope for many, many more.
Well, I know he'll be packed up and headed to St. Joe. There's a regional up there with Billy Froberg's place, just
guys
about
are crazy.
An hour and a half north.
Of course there is.
And
there's a regional 2 days
you
after
going
that.
There too?
And
no, I'm going to Columbus. I'll be home tomorrow.
There's another regional, and there's a regional during the tournament. There's 2 more regionals during the other
Bowling
tournament.
Green on the way,
and then there's
you have
another
your
one coming
tournament.
back.
Yes.
You have your thing.
And then
right?
a few of the guys are going to drive from Ohio all the way to Arizona because there's a 1-day regional there.
It's unbelievable.
Then from Arizona, they're going to head to Georgia because there's a 2-day. Yeah, you guys are nuts.
It's unbelievable. And they all go,
what we
tired. Mark Clark should have heard him whining about being tired.
Mark Clark bowled 16 games to win a regional, then shows up here and goes, "I'm tired."
Yeah.
Really, Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, he was grouchy for 2 days in a row.
I think Liz is a crowd favorite. I think they want to see her to win.
You think?
I'm pretty sure of it.
I got to tell you, my heart says I would love for Liz to win as tight as we are, but I think Brian's ball reaction is way better.
Well, right there, that gentleman that she's talking to is Mike Zangi, who runs Mid-County Lanes in Delaware, very close friend of Liz's, and also has been taken over running the East Region.
She's going to start
on the left
lane. Get that lane out of the way.
Let's see.
She wants a strike right here. That means she only got to bowl there 4 more times. You know what I mean? Here we go, boys.
Showtime.
We could get some history right here. Love it.
We got a front seat to it.
Brian LeClair wants to spoil all of it and pick up his 6th PBA 50 title and his first since he won here in 2019.
Every woman in that crowd's rooting for Liz Johnson. You can bet on it.
Probably right. And many of the men as well.
Ringing 10.
Ooh.
That's
Liz is kind of unique going to the line, too, because she looks down right at the foul line. You don't see many bowlers do that. She'll look out there on the lane, but once she gets set to go, her eyes go down and they stay down.
She must have fouled a lot when she was a kid, and she looked down to make sure that she didn't foul ever. She looks back up at her target. Watch at the end. When her ball's off her hand, she raises her head up.
No trouble there on the conversion. Now LeClair will step up. It amazes me, Tom, that Brian never did get a dub on the PBA tour. Did not have any PBA titles, but came out here very quickly and had success.
That's surprising.
It is very surprising, but you know that's not the easiest place in the world to win. Oh my!
There was a couple of things I was going to say. First, that was the first shot he actually really posted pretty well. So I thought the reaction was good. He got it down lane and the ball peeled, but too far down lane.
And I stated earlier, I'd rather have this in the first frame than the fifth.
Well, Randy Hawks got away with a gutter and won a game against LeClair. First shot was a gutter. Then he doesn't spare. He gets 9, and then he won the game.
One frame doesn't make you a winner.
Oh.
No.
Especially the first one.
He's only down 11 pins. If she strikes, it's nothing.
Not the end of the world.
No.
And he knows it.
He's got great ball. He knows he has good ball reaction. He just has to execute and make good quality shots off his hand and hope he doesn't get a bad break like that.
There he is, 312 Brian.
I think the thing you got to remember, you know, everybody's on this listing. This guy was voted right there, 13 to about 3-4.
4, yep.
Perfect. This guy was the #1 PBA 50 player for a whole year. He was player of the year. Or something.
Right.
This isn't some Haggitt to bring it.
No.
He's a
I've
player.
mentioned 5 titles.
Yeah.
When he won, I used to call him Sir Strike a lot because that's all he did was strike.
Yep.
On the attack, and Liz mixers for a strike.
Smart move by starting on that left lane.
Yeah, she should be super confident on the right.
This is huge because if she thinks if she strikes here, she's going to get a triple. No doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, good point.
I don't think she's worried about the right lane at all.
No, not at all.
No,
She's not doing anything different. She's done that for the whole week.
she's eating her vegetables first.
Yep.
Here.
This is actually a big shot. She put some heat on him. Got it wide. Is it going to tip?
10 pin again.
Flat 10.
Liz has got a game that over the years has never changed. You know, you see, we talk about Parker like he's timeless. Liz is the same way. You've never seen her do anything drastically different in her game.
No, she's had some issues, some knee injuries and things like that over time. But yeah, she's in better shape than she's ever been in her whole life. You know, Dave said he saw her at the gym actually at the hotel.
Yeah, on a day off. I had not gotten to that hotel yet. She's at that same hotel, but I saw her picture on Facebook, and I went, I know where that gym is. So she was
sorry,
in
I
there.
misconstrued
No,
the
we
story.
weren't in there at the same time. But yeah, I'm sure she'd been in there multiple times. And of course, with this schedule, it is kind of difficult once you start to bowl to get in a workout, and you got to get some rest as well. But
She's a big walker now too.
She is very, very physically active when she's not bowling.
That's in.
You know what
In
I always
flush.
say after that.
In flush.
The pocket.
You got to understand, most times when I say it's in, that's their left.
No.
So that means it's going to strike. I think for Liz to win, she has to strike 2 times on the left lane. Would you
No
agree?
doubt. Yeah, because
2 times at least. She's only got 3 more shots.
Yeah.
Brian's got a much better look on the left.
Yeah. Liz has to strike 2 of those times. He gets one here. It puts the heat on Liz.
Ooh, 3-6-10 again.
He never got it to the
right
spot. He never got it to the spot.
Elbow, look at the elbow
That was
outside of
almost
it.
14-15.
To
Like 7? Yeah.
Never got there. That's the lane you have to commit. It's interesting because if Liz gets it right, she flat 10s. If he gets it right, it overhooks. He didn't get that one right, but if he got a little more right, it would still overhook. So tough spare right here. Remember what you said about multiple spares.
3-6-10.
Not a gimme.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh.
Kind of took a chunk
Brian
out of
is
the
very analytical. Sorry about that.
that's all right,
Yeah,
please.
Brian, because he is thinking, because he understands oil patterns and graphs, and he puts oil patterns together. And he's almost kind of like a JJ. He's trying to dissect this
Oil
pattern.
goes here. If I get it here, yeah, you're right. I've had those conversations, trust me, with him.
Liz on her favorite lane and able to get another strike. Except I don't know if Brian has balls from last century in his car.
No, JJ is the only guy that
See,
has.
this is how Liz played him all week long.
Yeah, that was like 3, and it was going down 3. Might have been a 4 to 3. Yeah,
5 into the 7.
it's going to be tough to beat. She gets that shot.
This has to be one of the 2 strikes that she gets, I think, for her to have an opportunity to win this match.
If she strikes in the 9th on that lane, you know this 4-bagger.
Yeah.
Sure seems
This
like
is a triple if she strikes here. The key, got to get the 10 out.
What's she throwing?
IQ Tour. She's throwing at every ball of the tournament.
That one?
Yep. Got to get the 10 out. By the way, that got the 10 out.
blew apart the pocket, and Liz with a double.
Well, we'll get to see when she's up again if she can turn this into a 3-bagger, and I'm pretty sure she can.
Oh, that was a little loft.
And, yeah, a little farther. We talked about
Correct.
that. She's got to get it out on the lane.
And firmer.
And that was like actually 7 at the Euros.
Yep, and it was right in front of her, and her hand was firm and aggressive.
So she
keep her
playing
hand up the back
4
as good as
boards
any.
different.
Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, you're all right.
I get excited. Sorry.
Don't be falling off, Brian. You fall right, ball goes left.
We had this conversation, and you know Brian very well, and I know Brian very well. In his mind, and this is not a derogatory thing, he's saying to himself, here we go again. Am I wrong, Tom?
No, you're right.
You know, he's saying in his mind, man, what do I got to do? And we talked about that earlier, Dave. This has been one of his things that he has to fight through this and come back and throw a good shot here and get a triple and a 4-back. He did a great job in his last match when he dug through when he had no ball reaction. He has to do it again right here because Liz is stepping up and throw a triple right there.
Yeah, he can't be, like you said, here we go again, be getting down on himself. The wrong way of thinking. He needs to stop what he's doing and just refocus.
Yep.
That was firm.
That looked like a good shot and was.
Like you said, he's got to commit on that lane.
Yeah.
You can't go up there.
Where's it set at the arrows?
Well,
That's
interestingly,
Oh, was
14
that,
to
was that
8?
15 to 8?
14-8, 15-8. What's that, sir?
he has 2 strikes on this lane. You talked about Liz needing 2. He's got 2.
Liz has figured it out on the left lane. She's got to throw it hard and get it over the front. And by the way, that's what she likes to do.
Yeah. Now, this is her right lane, which has been
Well, this could be the first 3-bagger. We'll see.
almost a mortal lock.
Oh,
Got a
she
hook.
jumped out of one.
Like I
Every
said,
time that
never-
she did that, remember what I tell you,
yeah.
every time she swings around quick, she struck every single time this week, Tom.
Yeah, she-
did it.
Yeah, she.
Right here, she's saying, oh, it's got a hook. She didn't like it, and then
I
she
don't
goes,
think she
hook.
liked it.
Nope,
That-
she didn't. I know she didn't.
Well, she should have. I bet she
Well-
did when it was finished.
Yeah, she's looking up there and go, there, I guess it turned out okay.
So here's the second time. If she gets a 4-bagger here,
This is big
Done.
because it's
Yeah.
a 25-pin max score advantage for Liz right now. If she can nail this lane and get that second strike, put a 4-bagger on, it's going to put Brian in a pretty uncomfortable breach right here.
on this shot, we're looking to make sure she gets it out over the front, and you're going to see speed.
Yeah,
It's going to
she's-
be on line. She's not giving away the pocket.
She threw that last one out about 8 to 9 feet.
Yep.
Got it over the dots.
Flat 10 again.
Okay.
That wasn't as far out as the one before.
And I didn't see any loft there. Was there any loft?
No,
there?
it wasn't. It
Not
wasn't
as-
as far out.
No.
It double dribbled
see.
before. No,
Yeah, I
that
see
was
that.
way earlier.
Yeah, that was like 5 feet. The dots, those little dots are 7 feet out. So
She was probably 3 feet earlier getting it down into the lane. That's why I read it and went forward for the flat 10. She has to concentrate on that lane to get it past the dots in the arrow and be firm.
This brings LeClair right back in.
24-pin lead for Liz. Halfway home.
But the max scores are only 4 pins apart.
Yeah, that's way early. See that one double dribble?
Yeah.
It bounced past the dots.
well, 7 and 9, both of those panels, for whatever reason, the ball bounced more.
This lane, strangely, has not been Brian's friend. One strike.
It's tighter. He can't shape it as much. He's got to go straighter.
He
through
can
the
throw
front.
it through the spot.
Yep. He's got to square up to it on this lane and hope it doesn't go high. That's way squarer through the front. Never read it, and he got a break.
Now a double for LeClair, and the match is starting to shift a little bit in his direction.
Cut it to 14. But you can see his angle was much more direct up the lane than it was on the other lane where he's got to go around it.
He, just like with Liz, he has got to stay firm on this lane. Because if he eases up, it's going to be another 3-6-10 or something worse.
And he's got to not try to throw it because then it could go by it.
He did have a 3-6-10 on this lane in the fourth frame.
Brian doesn't appear to be one of the guys that's going to soft-hand it at the bottom.
Well, he got all of that.
Yeah.
That was a great shot.
Yeah, he projected that out and into the lane.
4-pin match.
Yep. That was a beautiful shot under pressure. A three-bagger for LeClair.
Got it out on the lane, just got it to 7 or so.
Yep.
Perfect. Split the 8-9 like it was his job because it what? It
is his job.
All right. Liz on the lane she'll be finishing on has been perfect.
She has to strike on this lane. If she don't strike on this lane.
Could be trouble.
She posted that one.
But, of course, she's going to strike on this lane, and she'll finish on this lane. And if she strikes in the ninth, she cannot be locked out.
Here's the second strike we talked about, buddy.
You
said it was a 4-bagger.
Yeah. This next one's going to be
This one's going fast. This one is not going to be slow, I promise you.
Yeah, and will she be able to get it in the air just enough? We're not talking about something like what Mika does, but just get it in the air just
But
a
she
little
needs
bit.
it 2 feet farther out at least.
And then she needs, her key is she going to get the 10 out of the rack? Tom said she strikes here. He's calling 4-bagger at the end. It'll be a 5-bagger, actually.
Yeah, it would be.
This is the shot of the match.
Oh,
Got it, and the crowd loves it.
she didn't like that one either.
Nope, got it right.
Yeah, you could hear her say something. I don't know what.
Hall of Fame carry, brother. Yeah, that's a little farther. The other one was far, but it was faster.
Yeah.
And her hand, look at the ball. It is end over end.
Yeah,
It goes-
almost left the 5-7. That ball never did read the right way.
All right, Brian LeClair cannot shut Liz out.
Yeah, Liz has ball in hand. That's very dangerous.
Yeah, especially on her favorite lane.
Yeah.
What a great match.
It's what should be. He's going to give her something to think
I
about.
was going to say, he may not be able to shut her out, but he's going to make her work.
Brian is not scared. I mean, he's a guy that's been in these situations so many times. And he's hungry to win. He hasn't won in a while.
And that 2019 was his last national title.
7 years ago. He wants to win just as bad as Liz
He
does.
has a bunch of
Can't
regional
believe
titles.
it's been that long ago.
Yeah, for a national. I'm pretty sure he's picked up Vicks on the regional side. He has over 20 regional titles, I think closer to 25. So I'm sure he's won since then on the regionals. But for a national title, 7 years.
This is the way it should be right here. This is it. And
He didn't like it at all.
terrible.
No, and let's see how many pins. Just one. But the path for Liz has just gotten easier.
That was 16,
That was terrible.
and at 9,
Never gave it a chance.
it never. That was not what he wanted to do, obviously.
So make this strike on the fill, 224.
He's in trouble.
Well, all he can do is try to throw a strike here.
You see the dejection on his face. It's,
Yep.
Can't give.
And he's got to know that she's got the right lane.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, Liz is a historian of bowling. She knows the significance of winning this event. I've had conversations with it. You know, she's very deep thinker when it comes to these things. You know what? And she will value it if it occurs.
Brian LeClair shoots 224 in the title match. It may not be enough.
I've never seen him. All the years I've known Liz, I've never seen a moment too big for her.
And Brian sit down and does feel, you can see just looking at him first. I'm not even looking at Liz at the moment, just looking at
Angie
Brian.
to take a breath back there. Look at him, hand on his head.
No,
Take it easy.
those guys are more nervous than she is right now. We got a little fan club gathering there. What does she need here, fellas?
7.
7 and a spare and count.
Yep. Get more than 7 and a mark.
This is going to be way more than 7 right there, buddy. That's a strike.
She knew.
Oh,
well,
solid 9. Dirty right there.
He was walking that out.
Oh, my.
that was the only way to stop her.
That was dirty.
That was the only way to stop her.
Oh, my.
And that was a 3. She's like, that's there.
Yeah.
Solid 9.
All right, has to make it.
Still need 7 after that. It's not a given.
Well, her chances are pretty high once she's able to take care of this, which she does.
7 pins.
7 pins away for Liz Johnson, a woman who has chased history her entire career
Making history.
and has caught it many times. Caught it on the PBA Tour, caught it on the PBA50 region, has caught it on the women's side more times than anybody, and now she's 7 pins away from more bowling history attached to her name. For the first time, a woman is the PBA50 champion. On the
Holy
national
cow.
side, it's Liz Johnson.
Unbelievable. But Jimmy Callahan, you called that at the beginning of the tournament.